I listen to your show every single day.
Breakfast Club?
God damn it, the Breakfast Club.
Put that ass up on the Breakfast Club.
Made it! You can't say Breakfast Club without the Breakfast Club.
You're like this rare air.
You got platforms and partners all over the place because your demand is so high. People want to be in business with the Breakfast Club.
I don't think white people know how popular you guys are.
DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God.
Yeah, you guys really are like the hip hop early morning, late night talk show.
Y'all know what y'all talking about.
Good morning, USA. Yo 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 yo.
Jess is still out on maternity leave. Good morning, Laura LaRosa.
Good morning.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Thursday. Yes, we are back for another day to serve our beautiful listeners, man. I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. How do y'all feel out there? Man, don't look at me like that. You look so stupid. Like, it's not, relax.
What happened?
The Dallas Cowboys play the New York Giants tonight.
That's right.
Oh, that's why you in your gear.
And I think you need to relax, like I'm relaxing. Because when, our team suck the way that they suck, we need to be very humble and just enjoy the game, okay? And whoever wins, wins.
I thought your team was doing well. What happened?
Who told you that?
Yeah, you don't pay attention.
Yeah, who told you that?
I don't know. You just be so excited. I just thought they were winners.
No.
My team got the same record, 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
You'll be in here talking like, so y'all delusional too.
I'm not delusional.
God.
Why do the world make it seem like only Cowboy fans are delusional then?
They
That's
are.
a great question, Lauren.
He's the one that thinks he's going to the Super Bowl. I don't think I'm going to the Super Bowl this year.
That's called positive thinking. That is the power of positive thinking.
He's been positive.
I know that's right.
He's been positive thinking for 16 years.
You've been reading them books Charlamagne been giving
That's
you.
right.
I know that's right.
Your thoughts become things.
Manifestation.
Manifestation. The things you want to happen in your life, you should constantly speak about. The things you don't want to happen, you shouldn't speak about at all.
But when do you stop?
I shouldn't even have said we suck just now because I said I wasn't going to say that publicly. Okay?
But when do you stop? Because you've been saying it for 15 years.
I'm going to be right 1 year. 1 year, I'm going to say the Dallas Cowboys going to the Super Bowl, and I'm going to be right. I'm going to say that now. We're going to the Super Bowl this year. And I'm going to keep saying that until we are no longer in Super Bowl contention. Okay? So I would tell all Giants and Cowboys fans, we can sit around tonight and have our little NFC East rivalry, but I think we both should be just very humble and just enjoy the game tonight. And then whoever wins, then you talk crazy tomorrow. Okay?
Well, that's why I'm wearing my jersey today, because I don't have confidence
that y'all gonna win.
No, you're supposed to wear it when you
crazy,
lose. No. You wear it when you lose when you're really supposed to wear it.
Nope.
Okay? But
nope.
We'll see tonight.
All right. Well,
I wish y'all both the best of luck.
I mean, that's not how it works.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, my
bad. That's why women have a bad reputation when it comes to sports right there, saying things like that. That's not how it works.
I just didn't want either one of you guys feeling bad.
No, somebody got to lose. That's the beauty of sports.
Anyway, well, Mickey Guyton will be joining us this morning, country music star. She was the first black woman nominated for Best Country Solo Performance at the Grammys.
Yeah, she got a new album coming out tomorrow called House on Fire.
That's right.
Yeah, so she'll be here to talk to us about all things country music.
Do y'all know any of her music, by any chance?
Mickey Guyton?
Yes.
Yeah, her album coming out tomorrow, House on Fire. Nah, she got a dope song. What's the song with her son, about her son almost dying?
Yeah.
What? I can't remember what the name of it is.
It's something about love or her heart.
Yes. But
Scared Love? No.
I think it is Scary Love. I think it is. And she got another song called Black Like Me, where she's just talking about her experiences.
Yes.
My Side of the Country.
That's another song. That's on this album.
That's on this album.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to be kicking it with Mickey Guyton, country music star. All right? And let's get the show cracking. Front page news, man. Did you guys hear about Eric Adams, the mayor of New York?
Did I?
I don't see how you could miss it.
All right, I'm sure we'll be breaking that down in a little bit, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV. Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. And let's get in some front page news. Now, tonight in NFL, before we jump into the news, the Giants take on the Cowboys at 8:15. And WNBA playoffs. The Sun beat the Fever last night, 87-81. And the Lynx beat the Mercury, 101-88.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark is now out of the WNBA playoffs. I wonder if ratings are going to go down because of that. Because I'm
Asia Wilson.
I'm an Aces fan. That's what I'm saying. I'm an Aces fan because I'm an Asia Wilson fan.
And
South
Liberty's still
Carolina
doing well.
Day.
Yeah,
they play. That's the next round.
Yeah,
Liberty versus Aces.
Yeah, people will watch that. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. Good morning. Is it a good morning in New York? We'll start with breaking news out of New York for your front page.
Why wouldn't it be? We not indicted.
I'm at work.
Hey, well, let's get into it. Somebody's black job is, being threatened. Anyways, New York City Mayor Eric Adams, he is being indicted on federal criminal charges. We don't know what the specific charges are, but the indictment is expected to be unsealed by U.S. attorneys later today. Now, the charges are reportedly connected to money from the Turkish government that got into the 2021 Adams campaign. Now, let's hear from Mayor Adams. He responded to the indictment. Let's hear that audio from him.
These charges will be entirely false, based on lies. I always knew that if I stood my ground for all of you, that I would be a target. And a target I became.
So Adams...
If it's illegal contributions from Turkey or any other foreign country, they'll be able to trace that.
They'll be able to trace that easy. They'll just follow the money, which shouldn't be that hard to find, especially if he did it for his campaign. So they'll definitely be able to see that easily.
The feds don't come if they don't think they got something going on.
Oh, no, they usually got something going on if they already came. Adams is now the first sitting mayor in city history to be charged with a crime while in office. Now, he is claiming innocence and intends to fight the charges. A word of this federal indictment has, of course, spread rapid fire. So it has spread. In a post on X, AOC New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she noted the numerous investigations surrounding city officials. She says she does not see how Adams can continue to govern, adding the flood of resignations and vacancies that are threatening government function. And she's calling for him to step down. She and other elected officials are calling for him to step down. In a statement, we heard Adam's statement, but basically, so we will continue to see what happened with that. I also noted that in recent, I didn't want to speculate, but basically last week the health commissioner resigned, and then days later the school's chancellor resigned. So again, that's usually a sign of a bigger issue.
Yeah, people want him to resign, but he said he's not going to resign. I mean, I think the governor has power to actually take him out if she wanted to. But we'll see what happens. I mean, he's supposed to turn himself in next week.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like charges stop people from running or being in office nowadays. Case in point, Donald Trump. So I mean, I don't know if he should have to resign and step down or not. I don't know,
especially if he feels like he's innocent.
And he's innocent until proven guilty.
That's right. Yeah,
that is very true. And I also will say, when Mayor Adams was here last time, he said that, and this is his words, he said that there's an attack on black mayors all across the country. When I look at him getting indicted, when I look at Marty Smalls in Atlantic City getting indicted, I can't help but wonder if there is something to that. I'm just saying.
There's a couple other cities he was talking about too. So yeah,
he named a few other cities.
Now, Governor Hochul did say that she was aware of the situation, but she has not said anything else regarding that. So switching gears, meanwhile, the House and the Senate have passed a 3-month funding extension that prevents the government shutdown. Yay. The bill would keep the government funded until December 20th. House Republican leaders relied heavily on Democratic votes to approve the measure. It will not include new voter registration requirements that former President Trump and other Republicans had called for any spending bill to include, and President Biden is expected to quickly sign that into law. Speaking of President Biden, he said he would have been reelected if he remained in the race, and he made those comments on during an interview on Wednesday with The View on ABC. Let's run that audio if you can.
I was confident I would beat Trump. He's a loser. I never fully believed the assertions that somehow there was this overwhelming reluctance of my running again. I didn't sense that.
He's delusional.
So yo, I was just about to say, y'all be saying I'm delusional, but I think maybe it's a Delaware thing.
It's definitely a Delaware thing.
I'll take that one, because I know that, and I don't even know no poll numbers, no nothing.
Well, it's the problem is everybody around him, and probably listening to certain media personalities say things like, "I'll vote for him if he was a corpse." I'd vote for him if he was dead. That's insanity.
Yeah,
right there. Like, I don't think that President Biden had no chance in November if he'd have stayed in the race.
Well, he said he's at peace with the decision, and that's pretty much that. We can go ahead and wrap that up. But in the next hour, we will talk VP Harris, where she's at on the campaign trail, and of course where Trump is at on the campaign trail, and we're on hurricane watch as well. So we'll talk about that at 7.
All right, thank you. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Get it up.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, it's B-Mob from the Metro. How y'all doing today?
803, what's happening, my brother?
Get it off your chest.
All right, so I got a couple of things. Like, Mayor Eric Adams does not look like a politician. He looks more like a janky old school club promoter.
Man, shut
he
up.
should have known. he should have known them people was gonna get him. He should have known. He was never built for that position.
Y'all
so he should never put him.
Y'all just say that because he be in the parties all the time. He don't look like no club promoter. Y'all know he look like he fried fish.
No, that's the truth. And then for the second point, J.D. Vance, you gave him donkey today last week. And he was talking about how he's just dumb. And I agree with you with all the things he says. Like, he's a white coon.
Ooh, explain that. Expound on what a white coon is. You don't hear that too often.
He just real ignorant. I think white people should look at him and realize he's bad for their race. He has no business being in that position either as the vice president. Just a real ignorant MF, like, across the board. Everything you put in that donkey of the day last week, that's what he is, and more.
I agree with you, brother.
All right. Thank you, brother. Hello, who's this?
Yo, it's Key from Brooklyn, you heard?
Key from Brooklyn, you heard?
Yo, what's going on? Good morning, MV. Good morning, Charlamagne. What's good, Charlamagne?
Peace, King. How you, brother?
I'm good, brother. I can't complain too much, man. I'm at work. You know, God is good.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, Lauren?
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, yo, I want to say this real quick about Mayor Adams. As a registered Republican, I just want to say I like what Mayor Adams has done for this city, and I really believe this mayor is trying real hard. The reason why I'm not a Democrat is because do you see how quick they are to eat their own? You guys see how quick AOC was quick to be like, he should resign.
I agree.
They did the same thing to Andrew Cuomo, bro. I don't like that. If that was a Republican, you see how Donald Trump, he out here grabbing women by the vagina, smashing porn stars, and the Republican Party is right behind him.
I agree.
So why can't they do the same thing?
I agree. Like one thing I will say about Republicans, is, at least with their own, they really do move with the innocent until proven guilty thing, and that's why I said earlier. It's like, yo, Donald Trump got all of these charges. You see other people with charges. You don't see nobody in their party asking them to step down, asking them to resign. So, you know, I don't know why Democrats are so quick to do that.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, everybody. This is Obioma.
Hey, Obioma. Good morning.
Good morning. So, Lauren is here?
Yeah, I'm here. Good morning.
Lauren, stop coming for Charlamagne about he don't like black women.
I don't know if I can do that.
Listen to me. He has a beautiful black wife, 4 beautiful daughters. He was honored by Power Her last year, and he supported Watch Her Win. Stop it. I don't know, maybe y'all got me, but black women in general, stop it, girl.
Well, you be hearing everything he be saying to me?
That's just you.
You heard what I said? I said, y'all got me, but it ain't all black.
Didn't he try to throw Taylor under the bus in here yesterday?
Maybe he just don't like Delaware. Maybe he just don't like Delaware. People from Delaware.
Taylor's from Philly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Taylor's from Philly.
But I didn't know. Come on. And stop interrupting him when he's doing donkey of the day.
Yesterday he solicited my interruptions.
I did. I will say.
Okay, yesterday you did.
Thank you, and please tell her to stop on caping for white men too. She like to do that as well. Come since we're here.
Stop it, Lauren. I love y'all. Charlamagne, I will see you October 12th. Envy, I missed you at the HBCU Classics this year. And y'all have a great day.
Thank you very much.
Good morning.
She said stop caping for Brett Favre because you caped for Brett Favre yesterday and he stole all that money from them welfare recipients.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is. We live?
Hello, who's this?
Yo, it's DJ Walk from Atlanta. What up?
DJ Walk, what up? Get it off your chest.
Yo, I just want to say, I've listened to y'all for like so many years, probably about as long as y'all been on. And I know y'all had like Hillary Clinton on there. You had Vivek Ramaswamy, all that good stuff. I think y'all need to get Kamala Harris to come up there right now and air her piece. You know what I mean? Because if we're going to keep it a buck, let's get the community listening in and find out exactly like what it is she actually needs to say so we can all get on the same page. Because I feel like a lot of people call y'all biased because they're like, well, we think they with Trump and this, that, and another. Well, I think y'all need to bring her up there and let's air it out and find out why we really need to vote for her.
Well, I'll tell you this, my brother. The vice president, before she was vice president, she was here in 2018 when she was a senator. She was here again in 2020 when she was running for president. I interviewed her on my TV show back in, 2022, 2023, when she was vice president. So I'm sure she'll make her way here before the election.
I mean, I'm all right, cool. So why'd you try to get Trump up there then?
We don't have no problem having Trump here either.
No.
Trump, his people have reached out.
Yeah, they reached out.
Oh, they did? All right, bet. All right. Well, look, like I said, it's 2024. Like I said, let's go ahead and give them both an opportunity to come up there.
Absolutely.
Let's take the air.
Yeah,
100%.
That's what I agree with. And yo, Charlamagne, just want to say, I got all 3 of your books. I'm not calling you anything. Just want to let you know they all good with me, man. And I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, sending all that good word out to the black community, man.
Thank you, King. I appreciate you, brother.
Have a good one,
All right,
brother.
bless up.
You know what I realized with politics? You can't win on either.
What you mean?
Like if you had Trump here, people would be upset. If you bring Kamala here, people would be upset. You literally can't win, so you just gotta like stay in the middle and let people have conversations about what they're going to do and mind your business about what you're going to do.
Yeah, I think what people don't realize though is that, you know, when you talk about people like Trump, 70 plus million people voted for him a couple of times. You know what I mean? So that's a lot of folks. Like, so it's like it don't matter. Like, you know, like you just said, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So you're gonna have some people who are gonna be pleased about it, some people who not. All we can do is our job.
That's right.
And our job is to provide a platform for who wants it.
Hello,
especially if they running for president.
Yeah.
Hello, who's this?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up? Get it off your chest, yeah.
Good morning. I got a genuine question for you guys. I want to be educated. My question to you is, what exactly do you consider to be black? Your ethnicity, or is it more the color of your skin?
I think for me, it's the color of your skin.
What do you mean?
Let me ask you a couple questions. Do you consider a dark-skinned Dominican to be... All right.
Your phone is breaking up. It's
She
going
said
crazy.
you consider a dark-skinned Dominican black.
No, they're Dominican. But in the eyes of society in America, if they present as black, they're going to be looked at as an...
It's more the ethnicity rather than the color of your skin.
No, if you get the chance to have a conversation with a person and get to know that person, but the way we present in this society, if you're a dark-skinned person and you present as black, you're going to get treated as such.
Okay, so what would be more considered black? African?
This is a very difficult conversation to have while the phone is going in and out, because all I heard was black African.
But I will say, you know, to me, it's less the color of your skin, because some people are
darker
darker
you're a
color
white
skin.
Dominican.
No,
and
shut
you
up.
want to be black.
No, shut up. Because some people are darker skin and they don't consider themselves black. Like
Afro.
like Dominicans. Some Dominicans don't consider themselves black,
and they're absolutely right. I guess but
I'm black and I'm a lighter skin, but I'm black.
No, you're white and Dominican.
Shut up, I'm black. Don't do that.
To society, you know, those people who are of darker skin and look like black people,
right?
People don't know their ethnicity. So in this society, they still get treated, you know, because of the caste system, like they're black.
Right, but like what's the dude that played for the Knicks? What's the dude that played for the Knicks? The tall dude that played for the Knicks. The tall dude that played for the Black.
Well, that was the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Who's the tall dude that played for the Knicks?
He know what I was talking about.
All of them.
No, but Hardestein he looks like a white boy. When you see him playing Hardestein. But he's black. His dad is black. But he looks like, if you just look at him, he looks like Isaiah Hardenstein. He looks fully white, but his dad's black.
Isaiah Hardenstein is white? I mean black?
Yes, his dad is black.
I thought he was German.
No, his dad is black. Look at his dad.
I have a friend that's like this too. When I first met her, I thought she was white. But
he looked white.
Mom is black.
This man is adopted. Isaiah Hardenstein is a German-American professional basketball player for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
He's played for the Knicks. His dad is black.
His dad is black?
Yes. See? But what does he look like?
I don't know, bro. I need a blood test.
See?
I don't know about this one, bro. I don't know about this one.
Mommy's baby, daddy's maybe.
I don't know about this one.
But his dad is black.
No, he look white.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I think y'all wrong about this one.
But look it up. Look up his dad.
I see what his daddy don't look black.
But his dad's black.
His father was a German-American basketball coach and former professional basketball player of mixed African-American heritage. His mother is white, so his dad must be biracial as well.
Correct. So what does that make him?
I don't know.
It's too much.
I don't know.
It's too much.
Idea.
All right. Well.
Honestly, I feel like it should depend on how well you can play spades.
All right. Lord.
Okay. All right. I'm sure you don't even play big joker, little joker, two of diamonds, two of spades.
Yes, well, we don't use the two of diamond, but we do two of spades, big joker, little joker.
Y'all don't use two of diamonds?
No.
Deuce of diamonds?
No.
Delaware's
I remember I called my grandma. No, we don't.
It's supposed to be big joker, little joker, deuce of diamonds.
And then two of spades.
Deuce of spades.
Then ace, king, queen, jack.
No, we don't do deuce of diamond. We take the deuce of diamond.
Y'all probably use the two of clubs or something.
We take the two of hearts out.
Two of clubs is not something. It's just in the deck.
No, we take the two of clubs and two of hearts out.
No,
and the two of clubs.
We put the two of hearts.
Anyway, Delaware's different.
No, wait, I think we take the deuce of hearts, deuce of diamonds out. Don't quote me on the hearts. I'll call my grandma.
Oh, my goodness. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. We got Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa coming up. What we talking about?
Oh, boy, do we. Cardi B and Offset set the internet on fire yesterday.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies. Don't do no lies. She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's the coach of shoes.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
So yesterday, Cardi B and Offset gave the internet a show, honey. So Cardi B hopped on live, and she's in Paris for Paris Fashion Week, and this was the first time that people had seen her out since the baby. So, you know, she already had the internet buzzing. She gets on live, and it starts off, she's having a conversation just about Offset in general, and some, I guess, the stuff that they're going through. But while she's commenting, we're going to listen to the live. While she's talking, we're going to listen to the live. Offset comments on the live that she had sex with somebody while she was pregnant. So it brought more people into the live. Let's take a listen to Cardi on live talking about Offset and him being a narcissist.
And you know what's so crazy? I really be feeling like when people be saying like narcissist and everything, I be like, do y'all even know what that word mean? But now I really do see what's a narcissist. You know what's so crazy? I find it so crazy, right? That a nigga think that they could just buy a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I love me, but you can buy me no more, mother. And it's so crazy that a think that that's enough. It's not enough, honey. It's just not enough.
And then Cardi started to go into the fact that Offset is, according to her, threatening court wars. Like he's starting to take stuff back. Let's take a listen to that.
Think that they could on anything, but when I start talking to niggas, you want to play those games with me? We're gonna play them games too. Since you want to threaten me, talking about you want to take my shit. You want to take my shit because I'm moving on? Move on. Why can't you move on? It's no fun when mama got the gun, right? It's no fun when I'm slinging right? Now we're going to court war, right? Get off my phone. I don't give a I'm tired.
So she's saying get off my phone because as she's on live, somebody is calling her repeatedly because it keeps shutting the live off. But I was very confused because I'm like, take your stuff. Cardi is like, she got money, she got bread, she could buy her own stuff. So I don't even know why that's like a conversation, but
they probably got stuff together. You got to think like land and property and
homes,
maybe businesses.
Yeah.
And she could get all that on her own if she wanted to. So I don't know. Okay, we're going to get into the conversation of just the argument in general. But then she continues. So then she starts talking about the fact that, because now at this point, everybody on Twitter and the internet is having a conversation about the fact that Offset has accused her of sleeping with someone while she was pregnant with his child. So she goes into the having sex with the ops conversation. Let's take a listen.
I just want to let my know one good right? I don't give a if a talking about, oh, I'm gonna expose you, or I'm gonna put them text messages that so through your phone. I don't give a I will expose my own tea. I don't give a I don't care. You should be happy that I'm a real gangster ass bitch. At the end of the day, so one thing I'm not gonna do to you ever is entertaining them, your ops that be in my DMs trying to suck my I will never do that because the op to you is that want you dead. And I don't want you dead because my kids love the out of you. No, I don't have to do that I just got better than you.
It was a lot yesterday,
y'all. It was a lot.
A whole lot. And it continued into the comments. They got into the comments and she was talking about, like, you know, to Offset, like, you keep calling me and you was blocked all weekend. You had to DM me. He's like, I already won. You the baby mom. Like, it was a whole lot.
It was nasty.
Yeah, I don't like seeing any of that play out over social media. Like, you know, these strangers don't need to be privy to any of that information. You know, call each other, meet up and curse each other out. Like, you know, y'all are adults with kids. Like, have that convo amongst each other, because I feel like when the emotions wear off, like today, like the next day, both of them got to regret airing each other out on social media. You just have to.
Yeah, she said yesterday she wouldn't do it again, and she was only doing this because she was responding to him, and that, you know, she said the main reason
responding. So he went public first.
I guess
he's been tweeting. So he's been tweeting stuff. And his tweets were like earlier this week. He tweeted something. I'll go in and find the tweets, but he tweeted something that got the people going. He didn't say Cardi's name, but it's like, you know, we all know that they're going through whatever, because a few months ago there was a divorce filing. So I guess something happened where she got fed up and she hopped on live and went off. And then his comment in the live, accusing her of having sex with somebody while pregnant, did not make it any better.
No, it didn't make it any better.
She started going off.
Yeah.
You got to stop playing social media games with people you love. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, that's your wife, that's the mother of your child. Like, don't do that.
She said, you know, he's a good dad. She said he's a great dad, but she said their relationship they're not together now. But what she did say was she's not going to do this anymore, not because of the family, because she said the next guy that she dates probably won't want to date her because she will be
playing the internet games. But she's been playing internet games since we first met her.
She's not going to do it anymore. So she said she's not going to do it anymore.
Offset's tweets were one of them was a B gonna be a B and a hoe gonna be a hoe. That was one of the tweets. So, you know, people picked that up and thought he was talking about Cardi.
Yeah, don't play internet games with people you love, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, you know, y'all still got a whole family to raise together.
Yeah.
And like you said, they got 3 young kids with each other, so they got a long way to go.
Now, Diddy, back in the news, always again, happening again. TMZ is dropping this like documentary style thing that they do on Tubi. It's called The Downfall of Diddy. It covers all of the indictment. Now, in this documentary, his attorney...
I hate that, by the way.
What?
Because you only really get one side. You only get the side of the indictment. You don't get the other side of anything.
Diddy's attorney is in here.
Oh, okay. Let me bring that back.
I was surprised to see it.
No, he was in there.
Yeah, so Mark Agnifilio sat down with TMZ for this, and he talked about a bunch of stuff. So he talked about the baby oil explanation.
They called them freak-offs. But, you know, back when I was a kid in the late 70s, they were called threesomes.
If these are genuinely threesomes, how do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. Attorney said it.
I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, you know, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant for an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know what you need 1,000 for.
Jesus.
I mean,
He's right.
He has a big house. He buys in bulk. You know, I think they have Costco's in every place where he has a home. I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was. Let's just say it's a lot.
I wish I could possess people. I want to possess him in that moment and say, well, Harvey, it's a lot of buttholes out there that need lubing. Okay, those cheeks be chafed. You understand, don't you?
But how he the one who told him it. You know, it's lubricant, so Harvey get it.
But how the lawyer gonna be like, I don't know why you need that many bottles. I mean, one bottle lasts a long way. Like, that's your client.
That's honest, though. I like the honesty. Because has anybody asked the federal agents why the baby oil and lubricant was pertinent to the story? And who counted the bottles of lubricant to know it was 1,000?
Yo, if that was your job to count all of that.
That's what I'm saying. Like
okay, we're gonna move on because there's one more. I want to get this one more audio in. So they also talk about the actual case and the trial when it happens, what's going to happen. And Diddy's attorney is saying that Diddy is going to testify and wants to testify on his own behalf. Let's take a listen.
I don't know that I could keep him off the stand. I think he is very eager to tell his story, and I think he will tell every part of his story, including what you see on the video. So I expect it's going to be explained by the both of us. He has his story, and he has a story that I think only he can tell in the way he can tell it in real time. And it's a human story. It's a story of love. It's a story of hurt. It's a story of heartbreak. I mean, when he describes that relationship, the word he uses more than any other word is heartbreak.
Man, it sounds good with that music behind it, but I don't know, y'all. I'm a little nervous about Diddy getting on the stand.
Shoot, I think he should take the stand. I never understand any of these cases when folks don't take the stand. If I was facing all these charges and I believed I was innocent, I'm taking the stand. Even if, you know, in his situation, I think him taking the stand and telling the truth is a good thing, because the truth don't need no defense, only witnesses. And I'm going to be, you know, my number one eyewitness in a situation like that. And I think he should take the stand and tell the truth. Talk about all your addictions. Talk about, you know, how the industry got the best of you. Talk about why you need all of the lube.
But the only problem with
not a dry butthole in the building.
Period.
Stupid. The only problem is
Not
with
at all.
taking a stand is when you take the stand and you're getting cross-examined, you have to make sure that your client can have a cool, calm composure, that he's not showing, snapping back.
He might not. He might cry. He might break down.
But
We're gonna need to see
but
a
then
new-
there's a possibility that Diddy might snap back. That he might say something back. He might clap back or something. Yeah.
Because everything we've been seeing, according to the prosecutors, with the outreach to these witnesses or whatever, it's still giving. It's bad boy, baby. You don't know who you talking to. He can't do that on the stand.
No, he can't.
Not with them. I'm sure they're gonna have some of the witnesses, and I assume Cassie may take the stand too. That's not confirmed. I'm just assuming that. But I also want to mention 50 Cent. He has his Diddy oil that he's been posting about. This isn't a real product. He's just being funny. But he has his documentary that he's going to be doing with Netflix as well too. So that'll be coming as well.
Take the stand, man. Take the stand and tell the truth. Straight up. Especially if a person like Diddy who claimed to be a man of faith, right? Who claimed to believe in God the way he believes in God.
I want to give you
Take the stand and tell the truth.
I printed this Diddy oil out for you.
And then it's how people understand the truth, right? Because he might
Ain't
say
no
something.
understanding of the truth.
It's not, because people can take the truth differently. You can say something which means it. We all know. You can say.
There's only one way to take I like buttholes.
Okay. We going.
Okay.
Or what about begging to peg?
Begging to peg. I was begging for a pegging.
You see?
That'll hit harder than anything Johnny Cochran ever said in the courtroom.
So, I guess,
if the glove don't fit, it must have quit. I was begging for a pegging.
That's what you would say on the stand?
What? Man, please. If he go up there and admit all of that, come on now.
Say it again.
Come on now.
Say it again.
Shut up.
You got it?
Oh, you trying to see? That's what I'm saying.
What?
I'm in here.
You trying to set him up?
Yeah, I was trying to set him up.
Yeah.
They got it?
Because rhymes in the courtroom work. They do. We've seen that. We saw that. Rhymes in the courtroom work. And don't nothing hit that. If it don't
fit, you must have
quit.
Well, see, but the things that would have pegged him could fit anywhere depending on.
With the lubricant.
Okay, let's move
now
on.
We
The
understand.
1,000 bottles.
Now we get it.
I don't even want to get it. I don't even want to get mad. Like,
All right. Well, that was Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
That's kind of crazy.
No, I was talking.
Oh, envy.
That's not what.
We are moving on. We are moving on.
On the stand?
No.
Come on now.
When we come back, we got front page news. More going to be joining us, and then country singer Mickey Guyton. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. Let's get in some front page news, some quick sports. Tonight, the Giants take on the Cowboys at 8:15. In WNBA playoffs, the Sun beat the Fever 87-81, and the Lynx beat the Mercury 101-88. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. Let's get into it. So Vice President Kamala Harris, she says her economic plan will build the middle class if she becomes president. She spoke about her plan for the economy at a campaign event in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on Wednesday. Let's jump right into those comments from the VP in Pittsburgh.
I intend to chart a new way forward and grow America's middle class. Donald Trump intends to take America backward. He has no intention to grow our middle class. He's only interested in making life better for himself and people like himself.
She's been saying this for months, though. She's been talking about her plan to rebuild the middle class for months. I mean, that's one of the reasons that, I have no problem getting behind her and supporting her because of what she wants to do with the middle class, giving everybody the opportunity to own a home, everybody the opportunity to own a small business. I think that's great.
So she compared her plan to that of former President Trump, saying for him the economy works best if it works best for those who own big skyscrapers, not for people who build them. This marked the vice president's 8th visit to the battleground state. It's often being said that whoever wins Pennsylvania will win the election. She also sat down for an exclusive interview with MSNBC where she doubled down on those comments about Trump making false promises, adding that he left the economy worse than in a worse state since the Great Depression, and said top economists in the U.S. have compared each candidate's plan, saying hers would grow the economy while Trump's would shrink it. Now, Harris is set to visit Arizona, another key swing state, on Friday, while Trump has identified increased oil drilling and tariffs on autos made outside the U.S. as his cornerstones for his economic plan. Now, speaking of Donald Trump, he said the U.S. should warn Iran about threatening politicians. Now, he made the comments while speaking in Mint Hill, North Carolina yesterday, adding he was briefed by intelligence officials about ongoing Iranian threats to assassinate him. Let's hear those comments from Trump on the threat from Iran.
You do any attacks on former presidents or candidates for president, your country gets blown to smithereens, as we say. We are under threat. I have been threatened very directly, and I appreciate the agencies that we've been meeting with, but we've been threatened very directly by Iran. 4 years ago, our country was feared and respected, and our country will soon be feared and respected again. We have to have that.
I'll say this, I'm not going to downplay the threats from Iran because I simply don't know. But those people who have been shooting at Trump, they haven't been from Iran. But I haven't seen Trump demonize white men not once. You know what I mean? Like, not once.
Yeah, interesting fact, yeah.
And I want to say something else you brought up too, Morgan. The interview that the vice president did with Stephanie Rule on MSNBC, I think that's been her best conversation that we've seen her have since she's been announced as the Democratic nominee.
Yeah, regarding that interview, she actually talked about further. She talked about how picking Tim Walz as her running mate was a gut decision. So I think that humanized her, and
Yeah, I just like the way Stephanie Rule was. I liked a lot of her follow up questions. Like, when the vice president brought up her talking points about Donald Trump ruining the economy, and Stephanie pushed back. It was like, well, it was a dramatic downturn because of the pandemic, and so the vice president she had to explain it even further and talk about how even before the pandemic he lost manufacturing jobs, and he has tax cuts for billionaires and the top corporations in our country. I just thought it was a really good conversation. I thought Stephanie Rule did a great job.
Speaking of Trump, back on the topic of Trump and this whole Iranian threat, he said that the sitting president needs to be firm with Iran and any other country that makes those type of threats towards U.S. politicians. Now, he added that if he were president again, the world would fear the U.S. And speaking of what's going on here on the home front, we are on hurricane watch right now. Many in the South are bracing for Hurricane Helene. Forecasters say Helene is expected to make landfall in Florida later today. The storm is expected to bring life-threatening storm surge, damaging winds, and floods to much of the southeastern U.S. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, he has more insight on the storm. Let's hear from him.
It is a fast-moving storm. It's projected to leave up to 12 inches of rainfall, and the storm surge could reach 10 to 15 feet in some areas. The impacts are going to be far beyond the eye of the storm. You're looking at winds that are stretching 200 plus miles away from the eye of the storm. This thing's going to be whipping through. It's going to cause a lot of churn, and it is going to drive that water. And so it is going to be a significant water event.
Helene does remain right now a Category 1 hurricane with maximum sustained winds around 90 miles per hour. Landfall, again, is expected later tonight with winds that could reach up to 130 miles per hour. They're also projecting that it could build to a Category 3 hurricane as it intensifies over the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Meanwhile, Tampa International Airport, if you're traveling to Tampa, the airport is closed as of 2 a.m. this morning and will reopen when it is safe to do so. So if you are traveling on the East Coast towards the South, leaving from the South, just go ahead and, check ahead if you are traveling, whether that be, whatever mode of transportation you're taking. Just definitely plan ahead. And for those who are in the South, we're wishing you guys well and hope that you will be okay in this weather event.
Yeah, they were saying that Atlanta's going to get 9 to 11 inches. So they're saying there's going to be major floods and heavy winds. So just be safe out there.
Yes, absolutely. So that's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. You can follow me on social at Morgan Media, MorgynMedia. And for more news coverage, we've got you covered at Black Information Network. Download that free iHeartRadio app, BINnews.com. Thank y'all.
Thank you. All right, when we come back, country music singer and star Mickey Guyton will be joining us. So we're going to kick it with her when we come back. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Jess is out, of course, maternity leave. So Lauren LaRosa is filling in. And we got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
Mickey Guyton. Welcome.
I am so excited to be here.
Well, welcome. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really, really good. I just admire you guys, and I've listened to you guys for a long time, so it just really means a lot to
Thank you,
be
Mickey.
here.
We appreciate you having no taste in morning show.
None at all.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
None at all.
Who is Mickey Guyton for people that don't know?
I am a Black country singer, the first female that has been nominated for a Grammy and Best Performance, Best Country Performance, and Best Country Album. I've just been fighting the fight and trying to discover all these different country artists to give them opportunities and equality and a genre that was started by us.
And what made you fall in love with country music?
So I know, you would think. Well, first of all, a lot of Black people love country music. I'm from Waco, Texas, or Crawford, Texas. And
we started it.
Yeah. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
The banjo is a West African instrument.
Yes, we did. When you go to the Country Music Hall of Fame, one of the first things you see are Black people picking on the porch. So it's really important. But
picking the banjo, not cotton.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That too, I'm sure. That too, I'm sure. But not cotton. But yes. So I went to a Southern Baptist church, and I went to a Texas Rangers baseball game, and I was all the way in the nosebleed section. I heard a girl named Leanne Rimes sing the national anthem, and I just loved her voice, and I've just loved it ever since.
What were your before you decided to get into country music? Like, what were you doing singing then, and what was it like?
Man, I sang in the church, but I listened to all genres of music. I was a huge fan of Whitney Houston, a huge fan of Brandy and Monica. Like, those are some of the people that I really looked up to. And I don't know, I just decided, I was singing demos, and I was working with this woman that wrote Stick It, that movie, whatever that movie was a long time ago. And I was singing demos for her, and she was like, Mickey, why don't you sing country music? And I was like, well, I've always loved it, but I mean, there's nobody of us that looks like me in that genre. And she was like, well, you should. So here I am.
What do you define as country music nowadays? Because when I remember when they used to say Taylor Swift was a country music artist, but then she sounded like she was making pop records.
Yeah.
And people would say this new album of yours, is borderline pop.
Yeah.
So what is country music nowadays?
That's a good question, because country music borrows from a lot of different genres. If you listen to some of the biggest country artists in the world, they all have trap beats in their music. So that is a good question. What is the sound of country music? It's so funny that a lot of people want to define what country music is, but it really, if it's your intention is to make country music, whatever your country music is for you is your music, because country music is all of our music.
Because I like Jelly Roll.
Yeah, I love Jelly Roll.
It don't sound like country to me, but I'm like, well, maybe I don't know what country sounds like.
There's rock influences in country. There's hip hop influences in country music. There is pop and R&B influences of country music. Like, genres really are, really coming together. It's becoming genreless to me personally, but it's all kinds of music.
People talk about there's so much racism in country music, right? And so many things that you got to fight through. But they also said as a kid that you had to face a lot of racism growing up as well, going from school to school. So what made you say, you know what, I'm just going to keep on with this racism train and keep fighting through it?
Listen, that is a good question, because, it shows itself all of the time. It's something, sometimes you're just doing the Lord's work. It's so important as Black people that we show ourselves in all different facets of this country and in this world, because this country was built off of Black people. And for me, I loved country music so much, and I was a little naive when I came into it at first. I thought, it's going to be good for me. I've got this. I got a record deal right off the bat. I just knew it was going to be easy for me, and it wasn't. And it was really, 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 really hard. And I was getting ready to quit. And as I was getting ready to quit country music, I talked to my husband saying, like, why do you think country music isn't working for me? And he was like, well, you're running away from everything that makes you different. Ooh. Like, country music is 3 chords and the truth. And you're a Black woman that sings country music, so why aren't you writing that from that perspective? So I wrote Black Like Me, this song that was nominated for a Grammy. And from there, I started thinking, I was like, okay, if I'm going to leave this genre, I need to make sure that I can make it easier for the people that come after me. So I started looking for Black country singers, and I found Brittany Spencer, who was just over here. I discovered Raina Roberts and Tanner Adele and all these different artists. And I was just like trying to show people that we're here, because if Black people can see themselves, we will come to the genres. If you're in, in a corporation and you're in a high powered position, I feel like it is your obligation to make sure that you look out for people that look like you, especially because we are all a part of this world and we shouldn't just be in the shadows anymore. So that was kind of my motivation to keep on this racism train, because let me tell you, it is hard.
I can imagine.
Hard.
What was your biggest challenge?
Country radio was one of the biggest challenges for me. Going on radio tour, and country music, you have to do radio tours and you have to go and sing in these like dingy bars and bring people Dickie's barbecue and donuts and sing in these
Politics.
Yeah, it's really, really hard. And all these people can decide if they want to play your music or not. Like there was some radio program directs that refused to play me. It was really hurtful for sure.
Because I've seen that when Beyonce put out her record, so many country stations didn't want to play her record as well. So you totally understood what she was going through.
100%. 100%.
And how did you feel when she wasn't nominated for anything at the CMA?
I was very disappointed. I know a lot of it has to do with the voters and who's voting. And a lot of the voters are, radio program directors. So it is what it is. You got to show up and vote, I guess is all I can say. It was really definitely disappointing because there was such a chance and a moment to show that all that we've been fighting for, that it's acknowledged. And I mean, she did have one of the biggest albums this year.
Do you think she got snubbed? Because I asked that same question to somebody in country, and they said to me, not really. When I asked if she gets snubbed, they said it's never been about album success. Tons of artists in country don't get recognized. The voting group is a ton of industry from all over the country, and when an artist doesn't put forth the effort to do interviews or be a part of the community, it's hard to get them to vote for you. Yeah. And then they were telling me about like Zach Bryan got screwed.
Yeah. And that's very true too.
But then they talked about Shabuzi, and I've never heard of War and Treaty. They're black.
Yeah.
So they talked about
So War and Treaty, Tanya was the girl in Sister Act that sang with Lauryn Hill.
Oh.
Yeah. So y'all really need to show some love to War and Treaty.
Gotcha. Wow. So it's basically it is politics.
Yeah. There is. I mean, there's politics in every award show. I just felt I was just really disappointed because I felt like it was an opportunity for the CMAs as a whole to show, like, maybe not album of the year, but maybe that song, like Texas Hold'em, because it was a really big song. It would have just been great to see one thing.
All right, we got more with country music star Mickey Guyton when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. And we're still kicking it with country music star Mickey Guyton. Charlamagne?
Now, the first track on the album is called My Side of the Country.
Yes.
What does your side of the country look like, Mickey?
So, well, I live in Texas, but I also live in California. And the reason why I wrote that song, first of all, I wrote that song with a guy named Tyler Hubbard, who was in that group, Florida Georgia Line. We just wanted to write a song because there's so many versions of country music, which is what we were talking about at the beginning of the show. Like there's West Coast country, there's, New York country, I feel like. There's middle of America country, and I just wanted to show all the different facets that my side of the country looks like this. I've got a beach, but I also wear cowboy boots, Wow,
I didn't know that there were like how is West Coast, East Coast, like hip-hop?
There is, yeah. Like if you look at there's Bakersfield country, like there's an artist named John Party. There's very specific kinds of country.
How traumatizing is being a black person in country music, especially a black woman? Because it feels like
it's traumatizing.
So many of the things that you have to deal with just in society.
Yeah.
There's so many of those show up in country music.
Yes.
You were being emotional earlier.
Yeah. Don't make me cry.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I noticed it though.
Yeah. So it's really hard, even with Beyonce's Cowboy Carter and her featuring so many amazing black country artists. Even after that, there's still artists that aren't signed. Like Raina Roberts is still not signed.
Raina's not signed?
Not yet. No.
Wow.
And so that's why another reason why I wanted to come on here is try to just encourage your listeners to really be intentional with your consumerism and support all of these black country artists on this record, because it is really hard. We are paving a way that is completely uncharted. Like there's no path, there's no formula for black female country singers.
Yeah.
Like Linda Martell left this genre. Money Long dabbled in country music.
K. Michelle.
Yeah. Like it's so hard, I do believe that black women are the most vulnerable in the world, and so often we're just set aside, cast aside. You're problematic, you're too loud, whatever it is. And I think that's also why I stick in this sometimes racist, a lot of times racist genre to just protect them.
Is it true that a few years ago when Morgan Wallen used the word you spoke out against it.
Yes.
You received so much backlash that it caused you to go into early labor?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Stress.
Yes.
Sorry that happened to you.
And nobody
Very
had
sorry
your
that
back.
happened to
I'm so sorry that happened to you. There's some
Yeah, so sorry.
tissues here.
Bring a water.
I would hug you too, but it looked like we're tag teaming you, so I don't want to do that.
Yes.
But now we understand you're fighting. You feel like you're fighting by yourself.
What kept you going after that?
Yeah, how do you go?
You know, my husband, all the people that I've encouraged to come to this genre, I can't just abandon them. You know, you don't just abandon your people. Like, you can't do that. And there has been so much change that has happened since then. Like going to CMA Fest. You know, I've been going to CMA Fest for years and I saw nobody. And now there's so many different black country artists that are coming and being on stages and getting to sing on stages. There's black people that are attending CMA Fest that feel like there's a space for them. Like, that is what's happening. So yes, change is slow. It's hard. There's so much going on that can be very discouraging, but there's also so many things that are happening because we're still here and we're still fighting.
You feel nobody supports you and has your back in your genre?
I have a lot of people that support me and have my back. Like these people right here have my back. You know, Brittany Spencer is like one of my best friends, and we talk through so many of these things all the time. There's black women in the industry that we confide in each other, that have high powered positions, and it's just like we just find each other. You know, I'll go to an award show and I'll see one black person that's working in production, and we know each other. Like, we've known each other for years. So there is like a support. Like, I do have a family of people that support me. You guys just even taking the time to talk to me. I've wanted to talk to y'all so much, just to kind of like spread the word and let people know that we're here, so that you can just know that you can support us. It would just mean the world, and y'all being here. Thank y'all so much.
The sad thing about it is, I know for myself, I wasn't really into country music.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see anybody that looked like me or looked like my kids. Or looked like, but working up here, you start meeting people and it starts opening you up, because I never listened to country music, you know what I mean? But it's sad to say, but when Beyonce did the album, it made me open up to like, oh, let me hear what else are they talking about, which is sad. So
for me, it was Alice Randall.
Yes,
you know
Alice Randall. Yes.
Yeah, because she put out a book called My Black Country. I actually published it. So when I read the book, you know, about it, probably like a year and a half ago, I was just intrigued by the history that black people had in country music. So before there was Beyonce, I just thought this was a great story that people need to hear. And then God had Cowboy Carter album come out, so it just all aligned.
And there was a whole influx of country artists even before the ones that you're seeing. There was a movement like this that it happened, like I believe in like the 80s or 90s. And it's just like, you get how often can you keep running in a burning house, you know? And it's just so important, again, black people, all people, to be intentional with your consumerism. Like, really, really think about, and just, even if you just stream that artist's song one time a day, like what that could do for that artist. Because it's so important. And corporations, they hear money. Yeah. That's where they hear money, and that's what drives everything. That's what gives us our jobs. And if we can just continuously support them, because they need it so much, like support Raina Roberts, support Tiara, support Shabuzi. Not that he needs it, he's doing really good, but support Brittany Spencer, Tanner Adele. Like, go to their shows, go to all of our shows.
You got a whole headlining tour that you about to start. In DC. And also, because I want to expound on what you were saying, you said, I am proof standing here that you should invest in black talent. There's equity in us, and if we just get the opportunity, there's so much possibility.
Yes.
So what is the possibility?
The possibility is to headline your own tour, be able to pay your bills, be able to provide for your family, be able to live your dream of being a country artist. There's so many black people that love country music that I don't even think that we realize, because we didn't think that the genre was for us. And they are coming out of the woodworks talking about country artists I don't even know.
Right.
So that's what I mean.
When a Dolly Parton says something like what she said in response to Beyonce not getting nominated for CMA, does that hurt or help your mission of things? Because inside, like he said, people are like, well, no, it's politics, and there's like a, people are senior here.
Yeah.
But then on the outside, it felt like, and people reacted to it because it felt like, oh no, this is us being shut out again.
Yes. You know, I think that it does unintentionally on Dolly's part. Some other people may say that and have a different intention, but I do feel like her intention was not to defend the CMAs like that. I think maybe she's talking about the people in there. I don't know, but I do believe that it can hurt us. Yes.
Let's play a joint off the album.
Let's play something off the
What
album,
you want to
man.
hear, so people can hear exactly what we're talking about.
House on Fire. House on Fire. That was a good one. Yeah.
House on Fire. All right. Well, let's get to it now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. That was House on Fire. Mickey Guyton is here, country music star. She is the first black woman nominated for Best Country Solo Performance at the Grammys. And we're still kicking it with her. Now, let's talk about the song Scary Love.
Yeah.
I have 6 kids. Charlamagne has 4. So that is definitely a scary type of situation. So let's talk about what inspired that song and how it almost scared the ish out of you.
Oh, man. So back in 2021, when my son was 9 months old, he ended up getting really sick.
And this was during COVID.
This was during COVID. And he turned septic and had sepsis. And I will never forget it. We were sitting in the ER and I looked at the nurse and I choked out the words, "Is my baby gonna die?" And she looked at me and she said, "I am very concerned right now, and he is the sickest person in the ER right now." And that was during the height of COVID.
So what happened? Break us down. Like what did you see?
I fell to my knees. I saw him losing consciousness
at home, and then you just rushed him to the
we rushed him to the hospital. He was losing consciousness in the car. And then he was at that point of like delirium, and I think he was in so much pain, like he just wasn't there. But I saw him slipping away from me, and I remember I just fell to my knees praying. This woman was on a stretcher, and she reached down, and we just started praying. And you know, I have my complicated, relationship with God, and I don't always pray. And I think after the last, few years of all the hate that's been spewing, and when I was getting cyberbullied, a lot of these people had Bible verses in their profile pictures and their profile bios, and it was just really hard. So in this moment, like, all I could do was pray, and then it made me realize why my mom was so crazy over me growing up, because you think, Mom, I got it, I'm fine. And then you realize, like, she's not fine if something happens to you. So now everything that I do, like getting behind the wheel and driving, I'm praying. Going anywhere, I just pray to get back home to my family safely. Because it is a scary, it is. Like, you don't even realize that. And in 2023, I lost 3 people in my life in the same month. And so it does, like, life is so fleeting. Like, it's such a blessing to breathe every single day.
Absolutely.
What are you doing mentally every single day to kind of recharge you? You have
because it's a lot.
Yes, a lot that you do.
I know.
And it's just because you're a black woman in a room where you don't. I mean, there's more of us now, but it wasn't like that.
Yeah,
so
it wasn't like
it's kind of heavy. What are you doing every single day that kind of lifts you back up?
So I take these. They're a natural stress shield. So it's a natural like anti-anxiety medication that I take. I really try to stay away from, social media in a sense of, like,
that's the biggest thing right there.
All the politics. Like, I need to see love and light. Give me a funny dog video.
Right.
Snoop Dogg always has the best videos. I love watching his page because they just bring a source of laughter. I think as a whole, we just need joy right now. Like, we're triggered constantly. Every single day. And so sometimes, it's okay to just take a step back and take a break and not look at all that, because it's traumatizing every single day.
Why did you have a complicated relationship with God?
Well, I just think because, all the racism that you see and all of these people that claim to love God are saying such terrible things to you. And it just made me feel like, are you really there? Why would you give us this fight in life, But, I'm so grateful that the Lord is near the brokenhearted, right? And I think he puts, we're his people, we're his children, and he looks after us. And so,
Before songs like Scary Love and Black Like Me, what were you writing about?
I was just trying to figure out what would advance me in country music. I was trying to interpret that type of country music. I just wanted to be accepted. So there was sometimes I would go in writing sessions, and I'll never forget it. They would write a song with and his blue eyes. And I'm like, well, the man that I love doesn't have blue eyes. He's got dark brown eyes, you know, and I was writing fake songs about a fake life that I did not live.
You would still sing the song anyway?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't sing that. But when we were writing, I didn't even have the courage to be like,
right,
you know,
that's not,
yeah. And so, but yeah, I was writing about a fake life that I don't live. And so I stopped doing that and I started really writing like just what country music is to me.
What's the biggest misconception about country music? Because I keep thinking about this Cowboy Carter album, and it's just like, did people buy that album for Beyonce or because they're really interested in country music?
I think, you know, those are her fans, and it's a new genre of music. Why not? I want to put on my boots and Spurs, even though we don't walk around in our Spurs. But you know,
I was like, is that stereotypical though? Is that like?
Yeah, people don't walk with their Spurs on. You know, I think that's a big misconception of country music. And as much as I have been talking about, you know, racism in country music, there are some really, really, really good people in the genre. Like there are, you know, like Maren Morris or a girl named Cam. Tyler Hubbard is also a really, really good person in country music. Chris Stapleton, Jelly Roll. You know, there's a really good group of people in there. So, you know, I don't want to like say everybody's horrible. I'm not walking around these streets and people are like waving their Confederate flags at me. That's not happening. But I mean, that has happened though. Yeah.
So how do you see the country music landscape 5 years from now? Do things get better? Do more doors get knocked down?
I don't know. I don't know. If you want to be perfectly honest, I don't know. But we have a lot of people. This woman back here, Cameo Carlson, she can come to the cookout. She started a program called Equal Access, and they give out grants to all these artists from underserved communities, whether you're gay, Black, Latino, whatever you are, to give them an opportunity to record music and an album. And so there's people that are really doing things. It's just, I don't know. I just hope people don't get discouraged and don't want to keep pursuing this genre of music. I hope Shabuzi is showing, you know, that it can happen for anybody and maybe inspiring more people to come to the genre, because I believe that it is not enough for just one person of color to be successful in country music. That is not change. Like you saw Charlie Pride, and that was it for the longest time. And so it's like you have to help your people. Like change is all of you walking through that door together and being able to have your own lucrative careers, because once you have your lucrative career, then you can have opening acts and that are of color that can have their own careers. That's the only way, in my personal opinion, that I can feel like we can see true change.
Wow. Well, we appreciate you for joining me.
Thank y'all so much. I'm sorry for crying.
No problem. Show. I want to experience a show now.
Yeah,
you got me excited. Like maybe I'm gonna listen to more than just Cowboy Carter.
Come on.
She said
that's why you should get Mickey Guyton's album House on Fire, but you should also read My Black Country by Alice Randall.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it goes hand in hand. If you care about country music and black people in country music,
that's right.
She breaks it down.
That's right.
I just want to support you.
Thank
I just want
y'all.
you to feel like it's not just you.
That's right.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. It's not just me. And you guys, again, just being here and giving me this opportunity to talk to you guys has been a dream.
Well, it's Mickey Guyton, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Soldier Boy, you're Jay-Z, Taylor.
No, he's not.
Soldier Boy, you're Jay-Z, Lauren.
Don't do that. But
Don't
Big
act
Draco
like that.
did have a lot of ringtone storage in my phone. He was a lot of my ringtones.
Drop one of Clues bombs with Big Draco. Don't act like Kiss Me Through the Phone is not a bop.
It is.
It is a
classic.
bop. But to say he's our Jay-Z is a reach.
Boy, y'all, how quick y'all forget about the hits that Big Draco gave y'all.
I'm not denying none of the hits. You're not gonna have him online screaming at his phone at me.
Draco is a pioneer.
He is.
Okay,
he is, and he like that.
You was doing
Oh, I was, and I will still do it today.
What? To the Phone is classic.
All right. Well, let's get to Jess with the Mess with Lauren.
You might be the first person you
This is real weather. Jess Hilarious, Jess Hilarious, Jess don't do no lies. She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's the coach of shoes.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back, and I got the mess.
Talk to me.
Derrick Rose is retiring, guys. At age 35, he made the announcement today via social media and some news ads that he took out or pages that he took out. So in a statement, he said, knowing that I gave my all to the game, I feel confident in my decision. This is what he told ESPN. Basketball was just the beginning for me. Now it's important that I give my all to my family. They deserve that. He took out ads in different newspapers and 6 different places where he's played. So the Chicago Tribune, the Commercial Appeal, which is Memphis, the Detroit Free Press, Cleveland Plain Dealer, Minneapolis Star-Tribune, and he, in all of those like ads or placements, he's thanking the fan base there for supporting him during his time there and all that stuff.
I mean, listen, dropping the clues bombs for Derrick Rose. I mean, absolutely, he had a phenomenal career. You're talking about a guy that had like 5 knee surgeries, tore his ACL. Like, there was times when people thought Derrick Rose's career was over.
That's right.
So for him to, continue to keep on keeping on and still be prospering, hey, man, salute to you, D. Rose.
And not only that, every coach that coached him said he was a pleasure to coach. He was always great in the locker room when it came to helping the newer rookies that came in. So salute to Rose. And, of course, he played for my New York Knicks. So salute to Derrick Rose.
In other news, the baby has a new project, but it's not music this time. He is actually doing a tribute to his late brother, Glenn Johnson, who died by suicide back in November of 2020. So this organization that he has is called The Baby Cares. He's already had the organization, but the new project is they're launching... he has a community organization, and under that community organization, he's launching The Baby Cares. He's launching it during Suicide Prevention Month. It's going to be a mental health platform aimed at providing resources, including a free guide to different people in need. The baby told Rolling Stone, in honor of my brother's untimely passing, I've become devoted to utilizing my platform and resources to provide the tools that are needed to combat mental health issues. He wants to break the long-going cycle of mental illness in minority communities, and he wants to make the conversation normal around mental health. So he's asking people to join him in doing it. And according to the website, the platform is going to raise awareness. It wants to end the stigma, as he mentioned. And the initiative specifically is called the Glenn Johnson for Mental Health Initiative. So it's going to unite a bunch of mental health leaders, youth, and different families so that people can receive real-time support that they need to overcome different challenges.
Dropping the clues bombs for the baby. I love that, my brother. That is a very worthy cause that he's doing. A guy like him has dealt with so much grief and so much trauma.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because his father passed away right when he was taking off and getting hot. His brother committed suicide. Then you think about all of the, the violence he's had to encounter
his crib,
throughout his life.
Absolutely.
And he's raising his kids, but then I know he also took on his brother's son as well too. And, just coming up and living a different lifestyle. Now he has a lot going on. So
we working on having him at the 4th annual Mental Wealth Expo too, man.
That'd be fire.
Yeah. Salute to my guy Arnold.
That'd be fire.
They reached out, so we working on having him there to talk about that initiative that he's doing. Yes,
that's lit.
That's happening October 12th in New York City, Marriott Marquis, Times Square. Free event. Open to the public, man. Let's go to mentalwealthexpo.com for more details.
Dope.
Well, speaking of rappers, Skilla Baby has something to say about rap being a young man's sport. Let's take a listen.
Ain't no old sport. So when niggas be trying to be like, it's only certain niggas could be like Future or Drake or be old as hell and be like rapping and doing like
Future right there with the listening to that bull.
But it's only certain could be 40 years old and rap about that shit and be accepted culturally. So if a nigga feel like everybody gonna be like Future, he's dumb. Go have some kids. Be wanting to still be a kingpin and you 35, you ain't sold a zip of dope. Why is you feel me? Your audience is 35 years old.
Right.
The young niggas and the young females, they going crazy. Sexy Red is blitzing the club. She blitzing the charts. Boss Man D-Lo is going ballistic.
Skilla Baby not wrong, but it's interesting, right? Because I remember artists from our era who are 40 plus now. I remember when they sounded like that at 20 something years old, when they were saying rap is a young man's sport and all the old rappers need to retire. Now they 40 plus and still rapping. So I want to see what Skilla Baby gonna be doing 15 years from now because he's 25.
Yeah, I was gonna say though, I feel like people always say that the quality of music at that time is a little bit different. Like people right now say, name 2 songs that 10 years from now we'll still be like, oh my God, this was hard. Like how you guys have, like a lot of Jay-Z songs have aged, like Fine Wine, like just different people.
Future's, a lot of them.
Future's music, I will say, people throw shade to him and don't give it to him, but his music from start to finish ages.
It's going to stand the test of time. I mean, Future been around for 15 plus years, and I think what people don't realize is your time is your time. So whatever record you was getting that first kiss to or that first dance to or you went out on that first date to, that's going to be your music. Like, we just played Soulja Boy Kiss Me Through the Phone.
And it made me feel good. That's I remember high school. I remember my sidekick Flip. I'm going to be telling my kids.
See, Skilla Baby can't necessarily say that because a lot of the biggest artists are over the age of 35. You know, you look at the #1 record right now, so Kendrick Lamar's 37 years old. Future's 40 years old. Like there's like,
he said that though.
But what I'm saying is, it's not just a young man's game, like he said.
But what
I think he's saying it's selective. Like only select people can do that.
Because what he's also saying is like if you get to a certain age, well, at least that's what I would take from it. If you get to a certain age, rap about what you're going through,
right,
and see who that connects with. There's only a few people that can be 40, still talk about the content Future does, and still be popping. Future might be the only one.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the community though. We here for all the music.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody like Future falls in the middle a little bit, but yeah.
Maybe 2 Chainz too though.
2 Chainz falls in the middle.
Yeah.
2 Chainz.
I can't. Let me see who else.
So Skilla Baby got a point. We gonna give it to him. Gucci falls in the middle.
Hell yeah.
T.I.
But it's that
T.I. don't really make the trap music like that no more though. Sometimes.
But if he drop, people still feel that vibe
Absolutely.
from him.
Absolutely.
Well, shout out to the community.
Jeezy,
we
of course.
appreciate y'all. We
Jeezy
salute
don't make
y'all.
the trap music no more like that either.
But when he got on, we get the feeling from him though.
Yes.
It just feels like
Ross.
old school riding in the Maybach. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Well, yep. That's it.
Okay.
You was trying to find another person.
Yeah, I was thinking another rapper.
It's okay.
All right. Well, that was Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa. Now, Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
4 after the hour, we need Brett Favre to come to the congregation. We'd like to have a word with him. I just want to remind y'all.
Lauren's gonna be upset.
Well, I know, but we need.
I am not upset. I have no ties.
I just want to remind y'all about what really happened this week. Okay.
You all right, Lauren?
Yeah, I'm great. What's going on?
Just making sure. Then after that is Ask C and Eve. So if you need relationship advice or any type of advice, you can call me and Charlamagne and Lauren right now. 800-585-1051 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out the Breakfast Club.
Your execution on the donkey of the day is something to behold. Is it a read?
He gave me donkey of the day, and I deserve it.
People need to know.
Well, you need to tell them.
I am.
You have the voice. Tell them.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
It's a read, but you're so good at it.
You trying to be a fake ass Charlamagne. There's only one Charlamagne around.
Damn, Charlamagne, who you giving Donkey of the Day to now?
Well, Donkey of the Day for Thursday, September 26th goes to Brett Favre. Hey, y'all. My name is Leonard McKelvey, a.k.a. Charlamagne the God. I am your friendly neighborhood bad guy, and I am always willing to be the a-hole you need, unless, of course, that a-hole is needed at one of Diddy's freak-offs. Now, if you haven't heard, and you honestly may not have heard, because the media has done a great job of changing the narrative, Brett Favre testified at a congressional hearing this past Tuesday. Yes, he testified in front of the House Ways and Means Committee, which is investigating how states are spending money intended for needy citizens. Brett Favre is one of the people being sued by the state of Mississippi, and they are demanding repayment of the money. They are trying to recover $90 million, but he is one of more than 40 people who have been sued by the state of Mississippi. Mississippi is demanding repayment of money. They are trying to recover more than $90 million, okay? Brett Favre is denying that he knowingly misused federal welfare money, okay? According to auditors, though, in 2017 and 2018, Mr. Favre received $1.1 million in speaking fees for speeches he never gave. He knew he didn't give those speeches, but he took the money anyway. They suggested he also helped funnel millions of dollars to pet projects, $5 million to build volleyball facilities at his alma mater. He even paid back the $1.1 million in misspent speaking fees, but the state demanded that he pay back interest, and Brett Favre refused, so the state of Mississippi is now suing him to recoup the funds he wrongfully acquired. The lawsuit also made public text from Mr. Favre that suggested he had a larger role than he claimed. Okay, in fact, Brett Favre says he was unjustly smeared in the news media, but text messages written by Mr. Favre and made public in court filings suggested that he was trying to hide his involvement. Let's go to KTLA 5 for the report, please.
Newly revealed text messages filed in an ongoing civil lawsuit show Favre was part of a scheme that funneled at least $5 million of welfare funds to build a new volleyball stadium at the University of Southern Mississippi, where Favre graduated and his daughter played. The texts show former Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant pushed for the facility, despite denying close involvement. A friend of the former governor's wife, Nancy New, would submit a $5 million upfront lease to use the university's athletic facilities for her nonprofit's programming, ostensibly for needy families, in exchange for offices inside the new volleyball complex. Former welfare agency director John Davis approved $4 million immediately. Favre, texting in gray, tells New that the governor has seen the proposal, but hint, hint, you need to reword it to get it accepted. I really feel like he's trying to figure out a way to get it done without actually saying it, says Favre of the former governor. Favre also received $1.1 million in welfare funding through the Mississippi Community Education Center for speaking at events he never showed up to. Favre asks New, if you were to pay me, is there any way the media can find out where it came from and how much?
If you were to pay me, is there any way the media can find out where it came from and how much? I don't see how you can send a text like that, but then claim at a hearing on Tuesday. I had no way of knowing that there was anything wrong with how the state funded the project. If you didn't think it was anything wrong with how the state was funding the project, then why would you care if the media found out where the money came from or how much? Now, why am I telling y'all this story? Because a lot of folks probably didn't know Brett Favre was testifying in a congressional hearing Tuesday because he's being accused of helping to divert funds meant for low-income residents, because Brett Favre decided to use the hearing to announce that he has Parkinson's disease. Can we go to CBS News to listen to what he had to say?
Former Green Bay Packers quarterback Brett Favre dropped a bombshell today while testifying before Congress. The 54-year-old revealed he is battling Parkinson's disease. Here's CBS's Omar Villafranca.
I very much appreciate the opportunity to testify here today.
A stunning announcement today from Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre.
I've recently been diagnosed with Parkinson's. This is also a cause dear to my heart.
Favre was testifying on Capitol Hill about a Mississippi welfare scandal where he is accused of improperly using his connections to secure millions of dollars for his alma mater and himself for speaking engagements he never performed. Favre has repaid more than $1 million to the state and has denied all wrongdoing.
Even though I knew and I know I had done nothing wrong, I returned the funds, no questions asked.
Brett Favre used some of the federal money intended for welfare recipients. He used some of the money to invest in a company that was developing a breakthrough concussion drug. He said he thought it would help others, and I'm sure you'll understand. While it's too late for me because I've recently been diagnosed with Parkinson's, this is also a cause dear to my heart. So dear to his heart that he used money he obtained illegally. Money that was supposed to go to low-income residents. He took that money to invest in this pharmaceutical company called Prevacus. And guess what? The media ate it up. Every single headline you see is Brett Favre reveals he has Parkinson's disease. Well, guess what? He was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease back in January. Okay, how convenient to run that play when you are testifying at a congressional hearing because you did something shady. See, this is my problem with the media. Everybody picks and chooses who they choose to demonize. Granted, Brett Favre hasn't been charged with anything criminal, but what he did is unethical and could still be criminal. But he knew he had Parkinson's disease since January. In fact, I was reading an ESPN article that said Brett Favre asked TMZ not to report his diagnosis at the time because he knew back then that wasn't the time to run that play. I'm going to run that play when I have to testify at a congressional hearing, because then it will distract from what I'm actually here for, and that is because I was using federal money from welfare recipients to fund my pet projects. But it worked. Google Brett Favre. These are the headlines you see. The New York Times, Brett Favre reveals he has Parkinson's disease. Fox News, NFL legend John Elway talks Brett Favre's Parkinson's disease. It's sad news to hear. Milwaukee Journal, Aaron Rodgers feels bad for Brett Favre after learning about his Parkinson's diagnosis. New York Post, Brett Favre opens up on frustrating health worry that led to Parkinson's disease. Yes, his health diagnosis is sad. But wow, how convenient for the media to just bury the lead. Why don't others get that grace? NBC News said Brett Favre's Parkinson's diagnosis renews questions about football and brain disease. How about Brett Favre's testimony at welfare reform hearing renews questions about how the rich keep getting richer and the poor don't get a devil damn thing? How has Brett Favre managed to garner more sympathy than the welfare recipients they stole from? Brett Favre had the nerve to say, sadly, I lost an investment in a company. We don't care. People couldn't eat because of what folks like you did. I care way more about those poor and disenfranchised people in Mississippi, the welfare recipients who didn't receive $90 million because folks like Brett Favre wanted to build volleyball facilities at their alma mater. All I'm saying is two things can be true. You can be sad Brett Favre has Parkinson's, but what's really shaky is how the media just seems to forget why Brett Favre was at this congressional hearing in the first place. Okay, we live in a society where people get demonized for accusations, but folks who actually do shady stuff, who actually do unethical stuff and have to testify about it, somehow end up becoming heroes and sympathetic figures. If you don't think there's a double standard in media and how they cover people, and it's usually based on race, then you're bugging. But I will always be here to remind you. Please give Brett Favre the biggest hee-haw. Who want to argue? Anyone?
Nobody.
Oh, okay.
I felt horrible yesterday.
Why?
Because I think I was waiting to see how some outlets where I used to work covered the story, because I wanted to see, you brought up a good point in the room. Yeah, I know I'm always here for learning and growth. That it's because it's mainstream media that does it. It's not me particularly. It's mainstream media, and I was a part of mainstream media for a very long time. That's how I learned.
At TMZ.
And when they posted the article, they did not one time mention anything about any of the reason why he was there pleading his case at all. Not one time. And I was like, man, like... Wow, like, and I had to dig for the answer myself.
No, but if anybody black, that would have been.
Oh, they wouldn't even.
The first thing that they said.
I remember having arguments about. I remember having arguments about Dana White versus Chris Brown. Like, and I just thought back to all of that.
Dana White's thing right
and my feelings about it, and just different things. And I'm not just throwing a dart at them, because I went through Google for a while trying to prepare for that Brett Favre thing, and it took me a minute to find out why he was even there, because no one was talking about it.
But you didn't report that.
The media picks...
I did mention it, but I didn't do it the way I should have. And what I'm saying is in growth and in learning, and I appreciate y'all for bringing it to my attention.
You love white men more than black men?
No, it's just I think I think that we have a way of leaning to what the media is talking about, and not what we should be talking about sometimes.
The media
has nothing
picks
to do
and chooses
with who I love.
The media picks and chooses who they want to demonize, because they know how to demonize people. It's not like they don't know how to. They just choose who not to do it to, and it's a lot of times based on race.
Well, thank you for that donkey today. Now, when we come back, as C&E, 800-585-1051. There's a lady on the line. Her name is Kiki. She needs some help. She wants to know she says, unlike Lauren, she wants to date black men, but she read that by 2040, most women will be single because of the problems of dating. So we'll talk to her and find out what her question is when we come back.
Kiki, let me look that up.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's that time again.
Ask Charlamagne and DJ Envy anything.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh.
It's time to ask C&E.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time for Ask C&E. Hello, who's this?
Hello.
Hey, Kiki.
Hey, how are you guys doing? Good morning, you all.
Good morning,
I listen
Kiki.
to you every day. I've been listening for years.
Actually,
I called in a couple years ago when I was facing the decision of getting a divorce, and I've since been divorced. And I'm in Texas now. I left Minnesota, and I don't think that this gets addressed very often. The state of affairs, the relationships between black men and black women. And I find that is very sad that we're so against each other. And so many of us are great people and are single. And I was reading a report last night that said by the year 2030, 45% of people will be single and childless. And that's a very sad state of affairs, I think. And I just wondered what you all thought about that and why it's that way and what we can do to change it.
What are the reasons? I mean, did it say why in the article? Like, what were some of the reasons they gave?
Well, a lot of reasons that were stated were that people aren't finding true connections, and the headache of trying to meet people. A lot of black women that I know are very successful, have good credit, own their own home, but are finding men that are just after the physical. They're not trying to get to know you. They just want to take you on a couple dates, and probably by day 3, they think they're going to smash you, and that's it. And a lot of us that have our own are like, no, they want something more fulfilling than that. They want a partner. They want a marriage.
It says career, women prioritizing career, education. More women are getting bachelor's degrees. Women are marrying later. Women are waiting until they're older to have children. Economic patterns, workplace policies.
Lauren freestyling, by the way. Lauren talking about they said. Lauren ain't read nothing. Lauren just started talking. Lauren had this already written down.
I looked it up, y'all.
No, it's fact.
No, I looked it up. It's a Morgan Stanley study. I looked it up because I think about that all the time. Like when you
we know you
single,
do. That's how you know it off the top of your head.
How do you know? Like, dang, like what if you never get back with a person? Like what? It's like 5 of us that are single in a group.
Thoughts and prayers.
At least 2 people are never going to get with the person. Never have
thoughts and prayers.
You know what I always thought about though. I think people, and this is just me, but I'm not a single man. I've been with my wife for 30 years. But I think people are too
Congratulations on that. That's a beautiful thing.
Thank you so much. But I also feel like people are too into so many things outside of a relationship, right? When I was dating my wife, and I'm sure Charlamagne was dating his wife.
Don't bring me into this.
Yeah, you were dating your wife. We didn't look at people's credit scores. We didn't look at what people did, what they were gonna do. We just cared. I just cared about love. Like you look into what does he do? How much does he make? Where is he going? What's his credit score? Where does he live? This, that, and the other. By the time you get into all those things, that dating pool is very short.
And what's crazy is, meanwhile, you po. You ain't got nothing. You ain't even got nothing but looking for everything in this other person. But you don't have nothing.
Listen, Charlamagne. That's not true, though, because I've been that woman before. I've been that woman that was not looking for credit scores and what you can bring to the table. And what did that bring me? As a sole provider for a family, responsible for all of that. So you have to pivot from that at one point, because you can't be the person that's supposed to be the submissive woman, but you're paying all the damn bills. And everything and the responsibility falls on you.
That is true.
A lot of us, it's a trauma response. We all have been there where
Stop putting yourself in these situations.
I promise you, we all have been there where you really just love somebody. You don't care what they got going on. And
you been in
end
love,
up,
Lauren?
Exactly. And I've been there. And that was my ex-husband.
But I think that's
when I needed him, and it didn't have anything to do with money. It had to do with support and being there for me.
But that was the first thing you said was
I
money.
lost my son, and my husband, who I was providing for the whole household, he was working, yes, but I was the breadwinner. And when I needed him in an emotional place, he was not there. So it's different for us. Like we don't care all the time what you make and all of that. But when it's time to be the man that we need you to be, where are you?
Well, I think that, you just need to trust God's timing. You know what I mean? There's prayers for loneliness. No, there really is. Like there's a prayer where you can just.
Y'all joking, but it's a real thing. Y'all joking.
I'm saying you can ask God for community and companionship. I think that we got to be very intentional about these things. I know you calling the radio station and asking these questions, but I'm talking about when y'all are putting together y'all vision boards and when y'all getting on your knees praying to God. Ask for these things. I don't think there's nothing wrong with asking for the partner that you're looking for. Ask God to give you that partner, but don't miss your blessing. Because, once again, to what MD's point was, your blessing may not come in the package that you want.
That's
so all
right.
of these things that you asking for, God may bring you what you looking for, but it don't come in the package you want.
Most women are willing to.
That's a lie. Last week we just had a conversation about 6'6", and you were talking about you want a man that's at least 6 foot.
Exactly.
They had to have 6
Quoting the devil's numbers.
Please run the tape. Please run the tape.
Quoting the devil's numbers.
I think that's dumb.
Then some women, I'm not going to date a bus driver because a bus driver, if he owns the company, like, come on.
And even with the height, I said I would prefer you to be taller, but if you fire and you sure, I'm open to it.
Jesus, I will wait on you for your glory to unfold. I will trust that you are guiding my life towards your perfect plan, and therefore I have nothing to fear. I do not have to fear my weakness or the possibility of making the wrong decisions. As long as you hold fast to you and your God, you can trust that things are always going to work out for your greater good.
Dear God, I pray for this man that I am looking for. I pray that his mind stays centered, his burden stays light, his heart stays pure. Help me, God, help me. Say it. Repeat after me, Lord.
Now, Envy doing that for himself, man. I'm telling you that. Envy got a few bottles of baby oil and lubricant in his car right now.
800-585-1051. Arce and E is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's that time again. Ask Charlamagne and DJ Envy anything. Pick it up. It's time to ask C&E.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. We got Russell on the line. Russell, man, what's your question for C&E?
What's going on, fellas? My question is, I'm coming up on 3 years of marriage, and I'm starting to notice that, the passion I once was is kind of like fading in and out. So I just want to know from you two, what are some of the things that you guys did and personal marriages to kind of keep the passion there? And also, what you guys did in your personal marriage to keep the passion there as well.
You mean the passion between me and Charlamagne?
Yeah, I know y'all love each other. I just want to know what kept the passion there.
First of all, ain't no goddamn ain't no passion between me and
Don't lie, Russell. Between me and Charlamagne is mad baby oil. I ain't gonna front. That's what keeps the passion between me and Charlamagne.
All right, they're going to use that when your name pop up in that goddamn indictment. When they see you on one of them Diddy tapes, they're going to use this same clip, okay?
And you can't hide, you light as
at
heck.
all. We remember when you was a Ciroc boy.
I was a Ciroc boy.
I
was a Ciroc boy.
Yes, he was.
I was.
You give Ciroc boy.
I ain't giving nothing.
Turn to the back, playboy.
I ain't giving nothing.
He was definitely a Ciroc boy.
Oh my goodness.
I think he was seriously asking y'all.
Also, in your personal marriages, what are some of the things that you guys did to keep the passion there?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think it's either there or it's not. I love my wife. Me and my wife been down for each other for 26 years, and it's interesting when you grow with a person for that long. Like we grew up, we were teenagers together. We were in our 20s together. We were in our 30s together. Now we in our 40s together. And it's just like, I love her more now than I ever did, I think back then, because I love myself more, So I honestly would tell you, my brother, do work on yourself, man. You know what I mean? I think when you start doing more work on yourself and, your first, last, and best love becomes self-love, and you start seeing the things in you that you want to see, I think you'll see that in everybody, especially your partner. So,
and not only that, I would say, what Charlamagne said, absolutely right. But also, I would say sometimes you just got to make the time. Especially when you start having kids and life starts getting away from you, right? Because you're taking your kids here and you're doing this with your kids, and then when you get home, you're tired and you forget about your spouse. You got to make that time, whether it's a date night, whether it's a date night a couple nights a week, going to the gym. Me and my wife, we have a great time. Like, we party with each other. We go to the gym with each other. We watch TV. She watches the game with me. I watch her stupid shows, whether it's the Real Housewives of whatever, because it's that intimate time. It's not just it's being with each other. And we joke, and my wife is my best friend. I tell everybody all the time, if you tell me something, I'm telling her. It is what it is. Like, that is my homie. That is my best friend. But make those times where it's just special, where it's just you and her, and you can focus on her.
I agree with Envy, but what if you spending that time and you realize, I don't like this person? What if you spending that time and you realize the passion not there?
Well, that's another situation.
Can you come back from that, though? I always think about that.
I don't think so. I think that's why I think it's either you got it or you don't.
If there's reasons why the passion is not there, then yes, I think you can. But
this young man on the radio, his problem is he's been looking at other women on Instagram.
Is that
and
what
being
it
that you're
is?
looking at other, tell the truth. Tell the truth.
He ain't say no. He said chill out.
You've been looking at other women on Instagram. Tell the truth. You've been looking at other women on Instagram, and your eyes starting to wander. Your stomach longer than your eye now. Your stomach longer than your eye.
You guys actually brought up changes that actually occurred in our lives as well. We have a 1-year-old, so we're just adjusting to parenthood. But also, to your point, I do agree with you, Envy, in the sense of trying to find those individual times for date night. But to your point also, Charlamagne, I did actually recently just start therapy as well to start on myself.
There you go.
So I'm just trying to find those ways to bring the passion back.
And stop looking at them other girls on Instagram. Your eyes wandering. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying though. You think you're missing out. You got FOMO because you're looking at them other girls on Instagram.
Well, make that time for your wife.
Okay.
And sometimes you might have to take some baby oil and rub your wife's back with the baby oil.
What's up with you and baby oil, man?
I'm just saying, just in case.
What's up with you and baby oil, man?
What you want him to switch to Gold Bond?
Nah, I just don't know what's up.
Because that's your favorite lotion.
His butthole is chafed this morning.
What?
He's just all this talk of baby oil. Envy want to put baby oil around his butthole.
What is wrong with you in baby oil and buttholes?
You the one brought up the baby oil.
It's the second time you didn't say baby oil.
By the way, because of those freak offs and because of the baby oil and lubricant that they found at Diddy house, you cannot think of baby oil without thinking about buttholes.
You are correct.
Yeah, you can't.
At all.
No, which is sad, but...
Baby oil might got to rebrand.
I don't even know what they were for before. What was baby oil before?
No, but
on your body, on your skin.
But did anybody ever put baby oil on their butthole?
I never used baby oil as a moisturizer. Ever.
When you was that, yes, people put it on kids too.
I put it on babies, but not on myself. I've never a grown man put no baby oil on.
I used the Vaseline
you used it before?
gel. Yeah, but I like why now I use coconut oils, Vaseline gels, all of that type of stuff.
Okay,
does it last longer? Shea butters.
All right. Well, that was As C&E. Now we got Jess With The Mess with Lauren LaRosa coming up.
We do. Fat Man Scoop. They have officially announced his cause of death, and then we're going to be talking about Shannon Sharp.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
What?
Hey, shut up and start the show.
Morning, everybody. We are The Breakfast Club. You the one that wants to show your moose knuckle and you got your toes out. You feeling sexy over there?
You got a crop top on.
I do not have a crop top on.
Look, I had to look because men be wearing crop top jerseys.
They definitely do, but I don't have no crop top.
Ever since he got exposed for wearing thongs, because he left his thong in that Vegas hotel and trying to blame it on somebody else.
Yo, shut up, man. Yeah, the stuff he be thinking about. Let's get to Jess With The Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies. Don't do no lies. She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's the coach of shit.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
So Fat Man Scoop, there has been an update. The medical examiner's office has officially determined his cause of death. He died from heart disease. Now, you guys remember last month while performing in Connecticut, he collapsed on stage. And one of his reps at the time came out and said that the only thing different that he had done prior to that was have an energy drink. So there were conversations around, was it heart related, was it not? And now we know officially that it was heart related. The official cause of death for the performer was hypertensive and something cardiovascular disease.
That's high blood pressure, right?
Yes. And
I think that's the technical term for high blood pressure.
Yeah, and blockage of the arteries.
And that's a statement from the spokesperson for the Connecticut medical examiner's office. So sending another rest in peace to him.
Yes,
Definitely
man.
rest in peace
to Fat Man Scoop, sending healing energy to the family of
his
Fat Man
family,
Scoop.
his kids, and
Cardiovascular health, heart health is very important. You hear me in interview, we talk about that all the time on this radio. We go to my man Dr. Puma, Soren Medical, and I'm telling y'all, man, whatever you have to do to check out your cardiovascular, do it.
It doesn't take that much time. You go there. I think the appointment lasts 30 minutes.
Yes.
You go in there. They put a solution. You take a solution. The solution goes through your heart. It goes through your arteries.
And they
It
can
tells
look
you
through everything.
It tells you what's wrong. If there is a problem. If there's blockage.
They see the plaque. They see the
plaque,
blockages. Everything.
And if there is a problem, they can fix it right then and there.
Because Dr. Puma was the first person. I did all of those heart tests. Because when you deal with anxiety, your whole life you going in the emergency rooms thinking you're having a heart attack. But Dr. Puma was the first person who really put my mind at ease when I went and did his test, because I did the EKGs and the stress test and all of that stuff before, but when they can look into your cardiovascular and see within your arteries and tell you what's the probability of you possibly having a stroke or a heart attack in the future, that really puts your mind at ease. So man, brothers, go deal with your cardiovascular.
It only takes 30 minutes.
Man.
And they take all types of health coverage. Even if you don't have health coverage, they can work you where they can get you in. So definitely give Dr. Puma a call.
And he's the first person to tell me about the Widowmaker. How you can have the blockage in that one artery and then there's no symptoms. When it hits, it hits.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
That make me want to go like this week.
You should.
Again. Okay.
You should.
Okay. So going back to this, because the conversation has grown bigger since we last talked about it earlier this morning, Cardi B and Offset. So right now there's a conversation happening online. I know we talked earlier about the fact that Cardi brought this to the internet. And there's a conversation happening online right now about whether she was wrong or not for bringing it to the internet. And I will say this time around, a lot of people are on Cardi's side, saying that it was well deserved for her to be outing Offset the way that she has. I want to play an audio for you guys that is the center of the conversation, and then we'll get into it. Let's take a listen.
I'll make you look good. F you. Look at the bitch. I'm f you. I don't care. I'm a f your ups. Matter of fact, oh, look at this. I don't want to see it. So what? You was gonna f him anyways. All you gotta do is get drunk. And them bitches gonna throw you that for 2,000. Bitches gotta survive out here. Oh, now I'm a f them bitches. You was gonna do it regardless. You go to a club and you probably get drunk. You give them bitches 2,000 and you was gonna f regardless. Thank you for my kids though. All 3 of them. I don't regret none of them. But I regret you. I don't regret my kids. You're good, daddy. You alright. I don't regret them. Not none of them. Not none of them. But you. I regret you.
Jesus. 2,000?
Yo.
Who are these high price whores that Cardi knows? I didn't know the price was 2,000. 2,000 now, Brandon?
Brandon.
Single guy said Brandon.
I wasn't going to put him out there. I was going to say one of my homeboys, but since we already talking about it, he said, dang, that's the price now? I'm like, wait, it was lower than that?
$2,000
It
is
was
not
$40 just a few years ago.
$40.
Inflation got it to 2,000.
That's not even gas money for real.
What crackhead you dealing with for $40, bro?
It was $40.
She must be walking to your crib or wherever y'all meeting up at, because that's not gas.
Taking a bus.
2,000 is not even some people's rent nowadays. But anyway, somebody commented on this and said Cardi has clearly reached her breaking point. Right? Remember, I was talking to you guys earlier about the Offset text or comments. So the one that has people upset is he's basically online trying to play her. He said, the fact that you keep going talking about Cardi shows you're hurt. Leave me alone. Don't you got a new guy? Basically, aren't we divorced? Everybody can see I don't want you. It's okay. I'm not talking about this no more. All love. You'll be calling me after a couple months. You my BM. I won. So Cardi gets on her Insta story and she posts a text message conversation with her and Offset. And he's asking her, you don't want me? She says, not really. He says, are you with somebody else? She said, basically like, and please leave me alone, have a good night. So she's trying to show like, oh, he does want me, whatever. So now, the conversation is like she's doing too much to prove that she can walk away and be cool in this situation. Then other people are saying, I hope that Cardi did cheat. And I hope that it was amazing because he's put her through so much at this point. And I was sitting here thinking about it, and honestly, I'm not mad at Cardi for taking this online no more. I'm not. I feel like she's been publicly embarrassed a lot. And if they're going to figure it out, at this point, I don't think that they will. But if she chooses to, oh well. And if she doesn't choose to, oh well. But he embarrasses her so much. I'm just tired of it. So I'm with the people on the side of, if this is how she has to get it off this time around, go ahead and do your thing, girl.
I want everybody to stop listening to social media. I want everybody to stop performing for social media. I don't care what social media thinks of Cardi and Offset going back and forth, because it truthfully is not our business, even though they're making it our business by putting it online.
We in the chat.
But they should keep that amongst each other, because once again, they're going to be raising kids together in the future.
But how do you keep it?
And you can't unsay any of these things that you're saying.
And I was thinking about this. One of Offset's older kids, his son, which Cardi, takes in as her son too, is older to the point where I'm sure he's in school now. He's an older kid. So he's probably having to hear about this. But how do you not take it to the internet when a lot of the things that he's done leading up to this point are so public and make it to the internet? Like what does she do? Like how do you not? It's there already. Mm-hmm. It's such a tough situation to be in.
I just want to know who these women are that's charging $2,000 for the poom poom.
They should be charging $2K. Rent is like $3,500.
$2K poom poom is crazy.
2K poom poom shouldn't need no baby oil.
You are absolutely right, Lauren. It better come wet, stay wet.
If it used to be $500 and inflation took it to $2K,
I wish I would have to pay you $2,000 and buy the baby oil.
$2K is.
What is wrong with y'all? That is Jess with the Mess with Lauren.
How much pussy going for then if the poom poom is $2,000?
They said you should know. They said now you're not a source close. Envy, why
you see
he
why I
act
talk
like
to
that?
her the way I talk to her?
Envy, why he act like that?
I want y'all to write that one down. I'm not gonna strike back now, but when I strike back,
okay, write it down.
Just keep that, mark that one. Okay?
I don't like when people take stuff to the internet. Who writing it down?
No,
or to the listeners.
It's in my brain. It's in my brain. I got a good one. I got a good one. I'm just not gonna use it now. Because I had a surprise for you coming. Your birthday on the way. I had a surprise for you.
My birthday? Is it a nice gift?
Remember what he got me for my birthday? One of my gifts.
What he get you?
It's something I think you need.
What do I need?
You don't remember the gift he got me? That went viral?
Oh, the cake with the butt?
That wasn't a cake.
He needed that. But I got something that you need. Okay, I mean, you need it.
All right.
Everybody sees that you need it. Don't worry.
Are you getting like male strippers or like a prostitute?
I don't think it's going to be that.
You don't need that. That's what you want.
No.
I'm telling you what you need.
All right. All right, guys. When we come back, we got the People's Choice Mix. Get your request in. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good luck.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. We got a salute to Guyton for joining us, country music star. She's the first black woman nominated for Best Country Solo Performance at the Grammys. So congratulations to her. Her album comes out this Friday, tomorrow.
House on Fire will be out tomorrow. I saw people leaving comments saying that they wanted to get House on Fire, but they couldn't find it on any of the streaming services.
Oh, what?
The song we played.
Her rep is texting me right now.
Yeah, but it's not out until tomorrow, right?
Yeah, because that wasn't a single, so I don't think it's available online yet. I could be wrong, but
it should be available tomorrow.
It should midnight tonight.
Midnight tonight, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's available yet on streaming service, but midnight tonight it'll definitely be out. So salute to Mickey Guyton.
Absolutely.
Yes,
all right.
Indeed.
When we come back, we got the positive notice. The Breakfast Club. Good morning. All right, it's time to get up out here. Now, Lauren, you on a HBCU tour, right?
Oh, yes, I am. So Friday, October 4th, we are going to be at Delaware State University's official alumni homecoming in Wilmington, Delaware at the Queen Theater. I have tickets available for purchase. If you follow me on Instagram, it's Lauren LaRosa, LOREN. LOROSA. I'm also posting on Facebook and Twitter as well. And then we are going to be over at GHO, North Carolina A&T. Envy, you'll be there.
Yep, North Carolina A&T, yep.
Saturday, October 19th, for the Turn Up the Yard event from 10 to 5. And all that information is on my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter as well. And I'm going to be heading on over to Norfolk. I'll be doing the Alumni Fest, a day party during the Alumni Fest. the weekend of October 25th, on October 25th, actually. So I'll be at Norfolk as well, and I'll be posting that information to all my socials. It's Lauren LaRosa, LorenLorosa, and of course, everywhere you can find Brown Girl Grinding will have that information too.
There you go. Salute to all the HBCUs. I think I'm at Bethune College this year. I'm at Hampton University. I'm at Howard. I'm at Central State. I'm at North Carolina A&T. I think I'm at one more, but salute to all the HBCUs. I love this season. It's just really going back. It's like a big party on campus and everybody just loving on each other. So salute to all the HBCUs out there. Now, Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do, and the positive note is simple. Being humble, man. That's what this is about today. Being humble means recognizing that we are not on earth to see how important we can become, but to see how much difference we can make in the lives of others. Are you doing anything for anybody other than yourself? Huh? Y'all have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?